I'm Jacob Smith. This is my lifetime activity, fly fishing. I do competitive fly fishing. I've been fishing competitively now for just around a year and a half. Haven't been too far into the competitive circuit, but I fly fished all my life. Today we're on a wilderness trout stream near Charlottesville, Pennsylvania, up on a state game land. And it's actually my first time fishing this stream. So we'll have to see what it is. Supposedly it's a wild brook trout and possibly some brown trout fishery. But here's some of the gear I use when I go fly fishing is obviously my rod. This is actually a brand new rod. Just received it in the mail yesterday. I seem to really like it. I fished it for about 10 minutes so far today. And this is a Syndicate 10-foot 3-weight. The European style nymphing that I do requires a very long rod so that you can high stick it. It also is a 3-weight, so I can land some bigger fish, some bigger brown trout, some bigger brook trout, even some rainbow trout yet into the 20-inch range on a rod that, you know, is mainly a small stream rod, but works good for this. Also, I use, see some of the other gear I have here is a pair of Sims waders. These are the G3s. I really like them. They're really comfortable. Also have the Sims Freestone wading boots. And I'll head and show here. The line I use, this is my leader setup, is about 12 feet to 15 feet of 20-pound test Maxima Chameleon. This works really good for tight line nymphing. A lot of the guys use this. I run this straight 20-pound. A lot of people go 20-pound to 12-pound. And here's some of the flies I use. I'll show you those. I tie all my own tungsten jig head flies. Wrong box. Here's all the tungsten jig heads. All of them here, you can see, these are some Waltz worms in a 2.5 tungsten jig head. These are also some sexy Waltz worms in a 2.5. And here we get more sexy Waltz worms in a 3.0. So a little bit heavier bead to get down to the bottom easier. And these are just some little caddis pupas tied on some tungstens. And then some other things. Of course, a whole bunch of other assortment of nymphs there. A whole thing of junk eggs and squirmy wormies and such, just to when you're fishing for stockies. These are all my nymphs that I mainly fish, but I also do fish some dry flies. And here it is. These are just some ants and beetles of sorts, some crickets. This is mainly my caddis selection. This is mainly what I use. And here I have some yellow humpies. They're some of my favorites for small brook trout. Dark Adams work just as good. All these are mainly a size 16 or a size 14. That's mainly what I'm using. And then some light Cahills here at the bottom. And then just some hoppers and stimulators over here. A green drake, I use that out in Wyoming quite a lot. So fly fishing is a lifetime sport because I can do it whenever and forever. There's not too many safety concerns for fly fishing, but you know, obviously being out in the woods, you know, I'm out here by myself today. I did tell my parents where I am. At least I'm going up on state game land. I left them a map to tell them where I'm going. So that's the biggest thing there. Not too much else to the fly fishing, but I do enjoy doing it and I absolutely love it. So there's not a whole lot of other gear I use other than I do carry a net with me. Here I don't use it all that much just because these fish are really small. The biggest ones I'll probably get out of here is 12 inches, and that's a trophy brook trout or a brown trout out of here. So that's about all we do there. I'll go tie on some newer flies, and I'm going to go get on the water and catch some fish, and I'll show you guys. you guys kind of saw how I did that here. Here's what we're catching today. This is a pretty small one. I caught a couple nicer ones earlier. But just little Pennsylvania native brook trout here. So they just took another sexy walled worm. I'm going to put him on hook. Release him. Oh, there he goes. Lively little fish. Got another beautiful brookie here. Oh, it's stuck in the hat. Here, beautiful native brook trout here in Upper Tulpehocken Township. I'll get him released and then off to catch another one. Another look here at this absolutely gorgeous fish. Look at the colors on him. Let him go. There he goes. Off to eat another bug. Alright guys, here's another one of those absolutely gorgeous Schuylkill County brook trout. Just beautiful fish. So as you saw here, fly fishing is a lifetime sport. It's not all that hard to physically on your body, but it does use a lot of the groups. Takes a lot of fine motor skills to detect all those really small strikes and also to tie this tippet on. I mean, I'm using 6.5x tippet here, so I mean that's pretty small. It's 4,000 stick, or not even that actually. It's 5,000. Sorry. So, it's very small to tie those flies on, and you're still using those large motor skills in your legs and stuff to walk through the stream and stuff. So it does use everything. It also is a very mental sport, because you have to look about where these fish are hiding. As you saw, I went through these runs and stuff here, and caught quite a few fish. I actually just went up through there and caught a couple more fish up on a run above here. So it's very mental to look there and actually be able to focus and watch your indicator of when it's, you got a strike. And then to fight the fish, make sure you can go in the brush and such, and also just work your way up through the stream. So it's a lifelong sport. I plan on doing it forever. Do as much or as little as you want. I'm really into it, obviously, with all my stuff. But you don't have to do as much, and you can just play around in small ponds and everything. You can fish just about anywhere. So thank you for